Ow, we have made it. This is it.
Is it?
The series finale of Love Live Superstar. Done and dusted.
Mm-hmm.
Gone forever. I guess for now.
For now, unless they announce something new at some
True.
point.
They definitely could. You never know.
Yeah, they absolutely could. I mean, like there are two opportunities to go overseas again if they would
There's a
like.
precedent here.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared Now Watch Love Live Superstar. This is episode number 36. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Lady
Hello.
We are discussing season 3, episode number 12, entitled Forever and Ever. It's time to end things. It's time to graduate.
And stop existing.
And also stop existing and maybe become an adult at some point.
Maybe, potentially. If.
Yeah, this is the end of the show. So like it is, if you've seen other like, Love Live finale episodes, it kind of is the same vein as those. It's wrapping everything up. Everyone's getting together, being real sad. We get a song at the end. It's all that fun stuff essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Kanan at first is kind of just like panicking because she doesn't know how much she needs to take with her on her journey to Europe. Wian's like, dude, you don't need to take all this stuff. You're freaking out. Calm down. She's also sad because she's gonna be lonely
By herself.
which is fair.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
It's a big trek that she's doing.
Yeah, and it's a country where it's a language she doesn't speak,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna have to adjust and figure it out, and she's probably gonna have some growing pains.
Growing pains for sure. She tries to call Cuckoo at one point, but Cuckoo's like, "Oh, I gotta go, bye." And we find out that Cuckoo and Sumire are now at the same talent agency, and Cuckoo's like drafting up plans for Sumire training and like opportunities and all that sort of stuff. And Sumire's like, what? Help. Help. So those two are stuck together still.
Uh-huh.
And then Chisato and Ren don't show up until later on.
Yeah. I guess because like it's already known what they're gonna be doing.
Yeah, essentially. There's nothing new really to showcase here.
I think they could have had like a nice moment with like Rin and the school and her mom and all that, but they had like a line and it was like a weirdly placed line. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Kanan goes out and just walks through the town, very reminiscent of the first episode where she goes and sees the cat. There's like that part where like she walks down that shows the title of the show, which is just a cool callback.
Yeah.
Then she comes back home, plays the guitar, and then Cuckoo's like, "Oh hey, I'm free. Let's hang out."
Yeah.
They all go to the school. The new Liella is practicing, and May is now going to be the president of the school idol club.
Which, makes sense. Like if you go
100%.
like Nico,
To Hanayo.
yeah, I was just thinking like the whole like big fan of idols as the president type thing makes
And
sense.
passing on to the other big fan of idols.
Right. I mean, like obviously it has to be passed down, but like Kasumi and Niji Saki is also a huge Idols fan, so it tracks.
Yeah. So they're all practicing, trying to get back. They gotta get ready, figure out their whole 6-person arrangement now, and if they want to go back to back to back, they gotta start prepping now, essentially. But the third years go up to the club room. They just hang out, chill, chit chat, talk on the roof. And then they go to the gym and have a hot pot.
Yeah,
as you do.
As you do. That was kind of weird, but sure. They're just like at a little table eating hot pot, and it was takoyaki hot pot.
Yeah, of course.
Because we can never escape the takoyaki.
They decide they're gonna write a song to because they're here in the gym, and why not? It's just the five of them, so let's just do it. Let's do a song. Some people need to hear this song, of course. Those people are the other members of Liella, of course.
Yes, yes, yes.
So they do that, and then it is time to graduate. Everyone's real sad. The second years are very sad.
Everybody's crying.
Everyone is very much crying. Kiniko's going to try and make them not graduate, essentially. We see Cuckoo and Chisatu in line, and there's like, Ren's going to be very busy because she's, got to do stuff. Kanon's also being dragged away at some point.
Yep.
And then Sumire shows up with her hair all fancy, and they're like, oh my gosh, your hair's fancy.
Yeah, she's like,
"Well, yeah,
of course it's gotta be. Duh, it's graduation. I mean, it's really fancy hairdo.
Mm-hmm. And then they walk into the gym, and they get to graduation time. They play a Liella song to introduce them into the gym.
That was funny.
This is very good.
It was really funny.
Everyone gets their diplomas and everything.
This is the red moment that's talking about where they're like,
Yeah, the director's like, hey, you graduated from your mom's curriculum. Congrats. And Ren's like, huh?
huh?
Where's my dog? Where's my games?
Where's my games? You got any games on your phone, lady?
Kiniko says a farewell address. Ren does a retort. And then they've graduated. Everyone's done the thing. They finished it. They finished their schooling. It's interesting that like this episode, like compared to the other finale episodes of Love Live, is like, because like you get more of like a graduation ceremony here in particular, because like, we followed the journey of the third years throughout this entire series. So like it's more impactful, I guess, because you've seen how they've grown from first years up to now. It's kind of similar to like the K-On! Finale with their graduation, because you go through a similar kind of arc with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was an interesting thing. But I think it's also like it's the smart thing to do. Like it makes, it gives the closure off on their arc. Essentially, it's what you you should be doing in this aspect for sure. But yeah, they graduate. They go outside. Everyone's still sad and crying as the third year's like, yay, we graduated.
Yay!
Tomari asks for Kanon's ribbon because that's the thing she came here to do. And then they jump through the threshold and disappear forever and talk about how they might become adults.
Might become adults.
It's just very weird wording.
It is very, very weird wording.
It's funny. But then they're like, hey, by the way, we wrote a song. Come with us. We're going to perform it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So they go up on top of a rooftop of a building, and it's very familiar backdrop and staging and everything.
Yep.
And then they perform, the five original members perform Hajimari wa Kimi no Sora, the first Liella single.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is a cool way to kind of like wrap everything back around, make everything come full circle and everything. That song also very good, so
it is a very good song. I did think it was a little strange because it's like, I guess they have done this before in Love Lives, because we did the same thing in Sunshine where we got like the first single as a song in the series, but it seems like a weird one to end on.
I don't know. I think it works.
I guess the thing that like makes it good is again that it's the return to the five that it started with, but I don't know. I think it would have been better to get a song with all of them as the final
technically
thing.
this is also a song with all of them. Because when it moves into the credits,
it's the 11 version.
It's an 11 version of it now, so now they can all perform it when they do lives.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good touch.
Yeah, I just think it would have been really interesting to have, like, if they're gonna do this song, what if they had animated it as an 11?
I thought that was what because I got this spoiled for me, obviously.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I
that
did
this was
not.
a thing.
I did not have
I thought
spoiled.
that was going to be the thing, is that like once like they did the first part, they would break in, like the others would join them and they would just perform it all together.
Mm-hmm.
But they just cut to like credits, and it was just like that's how they do it. So that was kind of disappointing to see it like that. Like obviously, like it makes the animators' job a little bit easier because they can just be like, hey, we already have this stuff.
We already
animated.
did it.
Yeah, we could just put in a few new scenes here and there, but like we kind of already done the work on this one, so. But yeah, I think I would have liked to have seen it like all of them together performing it because I think that would have been
Right.
a cool extension of this song.
Yeah, I like that they had the callback. I think that was a good
Hmm.
idea. I just wish that they had expanded the song and had all
Yeah.
11 as like the final performance.
Because like
Because
you can't sit here and like argue that not necessarily you are, but like you can't, no
I'll
someone
argue
can't say
everything.
true. Someone can't sit here and argue and be like, well, they didn't know the song or anything. It's like we've already seen them do this in this season in particular, where it's like people don't know the song just go up and be like, we know the song now, so
Yeah, like
like
literally in Shanghai, like they
yeah,
they
so
all like joined Leela and were like, well, we know the lyrics and we have outfits and we know the choreography. Wow. Like it's you got to suspend your whatever.
disbelief.
Thank you. For this scenario because like it's not the first time it happens, it's not gonna be the last time it happens. Um, I just think it would have been a cool thing to do to
Yeah,
like wrap it up. If you're gonna record an 11 version, like just do some scenes. They
yeah.
like that's they chose to expand the group from 5 to 11. So like it's in my opinion like nice to have that callback, but it would have been great to have the whole group because that's the group that they ended with.
Yeah, like it would have been like a fun way to wrap things fully, like take things full circle with the group and everything,
Hmm.
but also showcase the evolution of the group.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I would have really, really liked
Hmm.
because otherwise it kind of makes which like I have complaints about the characters that are not the original five. I have complaints about characters who are the original five, but like there's just some lacking of characterization that happens here. But that being said, um by doing it this way, it kind of makes them feel like they're like secondary members of the group,
Sure.
like they're a lower class of the group, not like lower class in the grade because they literally are that, but like they're just not as important as those original five. This is like the vibe that I get by ending it this way,
Hmm.
which is kind of frustrating.
Yeah. I like the only thing I would think of is that like they want to save this for like a live performance, but even then it's like you are basically chopping down how many people would see that
Yeah,
compared to this. So
right,
it's a
right.
weird decision, I think.
Hmm.
Like you said, I think the song choice is good,
Yeah,
but
yeah. The song, I mean, it's one of my favorite Leela
yeah,
songs.
they should have done more with this,
Yeah.
especially with like how important this song is essentially.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's how it ends. They basically do the song, and then it cuts to a black screen. It just says the title, and then it cuts to images of places from the show and credits, and that's it.
That's it.
That is it.
Yep.
Love Life Superstar done and dusted.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. And then the end card for this week was Kanon. I did like how because it has the feathers in it,
Hmm.
but they're like rainbow feathers. Someone was like, "The rainbow feather got a glow up from School Idol Festival too. What a good job." Which is a good joke.
Nice.
But yeah, that's Love Live Superstar. I think we talked about this a little bit last week, but um, I think season 3 had some. It started off as we thought we could have had some good upside, and then it kind of just petered out into just another season essentially.
Hmm.
I would say probably the good thing that they did in this season was they gave characterization to the second years
Hmm.
finally after they
Finally.
really didn't in season 2. Um, I liked the addition of Wien and Tomari. I thought
Hmm.
they were good characters, and they eventually meshed well with the rest of the Yella members. Um,
You know what they should have done though?
what's that?
We needed more Wien saying Shibuya Kanon.
Yeah, real missed opportunity there. She should have run up on stage when Kanon gets her diploma and yelled that.
I just kind of miss it.
Yeah, big same.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think here for a second.
Okay, think.
Is weirdly enough, is this the best season of Love Live Superstar?
I
as
mean,
odd as that sounds, it's either
yeah,
this or one. But
It's either this or one. Two is weak as hell.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I think they did more interesting things in this season, even if like the execution wasn't great.
mhm,
But like you could say the same thing for for season 1 and season 2, that
mhm,
the execution really wasn't great. But I think I applaud them more for trying something different here.
mhm,
Um, and actually trying to do like the split group deal, even though we obviously knew it was going to end up with like them all coming together, but like they didn't do the thing like they did with original Love Live where they like teased it and then immediately just put them all back together. Like they showcased these two different groups in completely different ways.
mhm.
Um, so maybe it's obviously this is like knee jerk because we just watched the episode, so
Right.
who knows for sure, but I think you can
Yeah.
make the argument for it at least.
Yeah, the argument could definitely be made. Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely one or three. I can't decide at this point because I'm too damn tired.
Yes, you are very EP.
So EP, but um, like I think the writing in one was a bit tighter,
Sure.
and we got to know some of the characters a little bit deeper than we might have and have, I guess, in two and three. The
I
problem is that like everybody's characterization except for like Kanan basically just like fell off.
mhm.
Um, like we kind of like lose a lot of what made these characters unique and interesting. Like they figuratively neutered like Sumire entirely. She just doesn't do anything interesting,
Mhm.
which sucks because she was such a good character in the first season.
Yeah.
So it's like, eh, what happened to the character writing? What happened?
Gone forever.
Seems like it.
But yeah, that's Love Live Superstar. Um, Not the best Love Live, obviously, in our opinions,
Hmm.
but could have been worse.
Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
Could have been worse. They at least improved upon things from season 2, which I'll at least give them that.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. Um, it was a much, much better season than season two.
Yeah.
Like there's no contest there.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's Love Live Superstar. They haven't announced if they're doing a movie or anything else, so if that's it, that's it. If not it, we'll return and talk about something else probably at some point. But for now, that's it.
Hmm.
And that's gonna do it for this season of Jared Now Watch Love Live Superstar. We gotta go back to watching Inuyasha next week.
Woo! I
Back
hope
to some filler.
I hope we get a recap.
Oh, we would be so lost without one.
We're gonna be so lost.
But that's going to do it for us this week. If you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonlanguagecheckup.com or sac.cool where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Season Language Checkup OVA. You'll also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. Follow us on Blue Sky at seasonanimecheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment of Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA.
Hmm.
So join us next time as we return to the world of Inuyasha.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.